What is happening at the CDC? We've got a jaw-dropping account from former Director Susan Monarez, who claims she was fired by RFK Jr. for refusing to compromise scientific integrity on vaccine policy. This is a bombshell testimony that raises serious questions about the future of public health in America and the pressures faced by scientists. Speaking of vaccine policy, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey is taking a bold stance, diverging from federal guidance to recommend COVID-19 vaccines for everyone 6 months and older. Healey is directly calling out Donald Trump and RFK Jr., asserting that Massachusetts will prioritize public health and science, even if it means going against Washington's lead. In the world of business and entertainment, Donald Trump Jr. is stepping into a new strategic role. He's been appointed as a strategic advisor for MMA.INC, joining none other than Conor McGregor. We'll break down what this means for the combat sports tech giant and the star power they're now leveraging. And finally, a tragic turn of events. The planned Turning Point USA event featuring Charlie Kirk at Colorado State University has been transformed into a vigil following his assassination. We'll cover the details of this somber remembrance and the ongoing impact of this shocking loss. Stick around, you won't want to miss any of this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Did the CDC just get a political overhaul that sacrifices science for ideology? Former CDC Director Susan Monarez has dropped a bombshell testimony, revealing she was fired by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. after just 29 days on the job. Monarez claims she was ordered to approve every recommendation from the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, ACIP, without regard for scientific evidence and to dismiss career vaccine scientists. She refused, stating she couldn't pre-approve policies without reviewing the data and had no grounds to fire experts. Kennedy allegedly told her to resign or be fired, and true to his word, he dismissed her. This firing is seen by many as a stark indicator of a broader trend under Kennedy's leadership, potentially rolling back scientific rigor at a critical public health agency. The ACIP is set to meet soon to discuss vital vaccines, and Monarez warns of real risks to public health if recommendations are made without rigorous scientific review. The testimony has bipartisan implications, with lawmakers like Senator Bernie Sanders strongly condemning Kennedy's alleged agenda, while others like Senator Rand Paul are probing the specific scientific data behind vaccine schedules. This is just the beginning of the fallout from these shocking claims. Stay tuned as we unpack the full implications for public health. But first, a state is making its own bold moves on vaccines, and Governor Maura Healey is not holding back her criticism. Massachusetts is charting its own course on public health, with Governor Maura Healey recommending COVID-19 vaccines for all residents over 6 months old, a move that breaks from federal advisory guidelines. This decision comes amid Healey's sharp criticism of both Donald Trump and RFK Jr., citing their anti-vaccine and anti-science views. The state's guidance, developed with the Northeast Public Health Collaborative, contrasts with the FDA's more restricted recommendation for older adults or those with underlying conditions. Healey emphasized that Massachusetts will ensure vaccine access and uphold public health based on science, declaring, "We're not going to let Donald Trump or RFK Jr. stand in the way of patients and the care that they need and want." She lamented that states are being forced to fill the void left by the total abdication of responsibility from the federal government. The recommendations also extend to pregnant and lactating individuals, with no need to delay pregnancy or breastfeeding. Public Health Commissioner Robbie Goldstein expressed hope for a return to the federal government's historical leadership in vaccine policy, but stated, "In this moment, we can't trust what's coming out of the CDC." The state is issuing this guidance ahead of a key federal committee meeting, urging them to do the right thing and follow the science. While one state takes a stand for broader vaccine access, a major appointment in the combat sports world is turning heads. Get ready for some high-profile celebrity power. We're talking about Donald Trump Jr.'s new role. Get ready for a major shakeup in the combat sports tech world. MMA.INC has officially announced the appointment of Donald Trump Jr. as a strategic advisor for a 2-year term. He'll be working alongside another huge name, Conor McGregor, in this advisory capacity. This move is all about leveraging Trump Jr.'s extensive experience in technology, media, and brand building, honed during his time with the Trump Media and Technology Group and as a co-founder of World Liberty Financial. MMA.INC is clearly aiming to boost its global recognition and speed up the commercialization of its combat sports technology platforms, building on recent successes like their collaboration with the UFC Gym Group. While the appointment is largely seen as symbolic and focused on publicity, the compensation package is significant: 1.5 million securities convertible into ordinary shares, though subject to a 12-month lockup period. This strategic alignment aims to generate buzz and attract investor interest through celebrity association, rather than introducing immediate operational changes. It's a high-profile move designed to elevate MMA.INC's profile in a competitive market. From strategic business moves to profound loss, the news cycle continues to deliver. We're now turning to a deeply somber event impacting the conservative political landscape. Stay with us. A planned event at Colorado State University, featuring conservative activist Charlie Kirk, has been transformed into a vigil following his tragic assassination last week. Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA and a prominent voice on the American Comeback Tour, was scheduled to host an open mic discussion before he was killed at Utah Valley University. Despite the devastating loss, his widow, Erica Kirk, has vowed to continue the national tour. The CSU event, originally set for his Prove Me Wrong segment, will now serve as a memorial. The university is taking extensive security measures, coordinating with law enforcement to ensure the safety of students and attendees, implementing a clear bag policy and magnetometers at the venue. While some students expressed mixed feelings about the memorial's location and purpose, the university emphasized its commitment to protecting First Amendment rights. Tragically, just before this event, a man was arrested for burning a private memorial for Kirk and vandalizing a vehicle, highlighting the intense emotions surrounding his death. The suspect is facing charges including arson and resisting arrest. The assassination itself, carried out by 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, who is now facing aggravated murder charges and potentially the death penalty, has sent shockwaves through the political community, occurring shortly after another shooting at Evergreen High School. This has been a packed news hour, with major developments impacting public health, business, and political discourse. We'll recap it all in our outro, but first, make sure you're subscribed. What a packed show! We heard about former CDC Director Susan Monarez's shocking claims of being fired by RFK Jr. over vaccine policy. Then, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey took a stand, recommending COVID vaccines for all and criticizing federal leadership. We also saw Donald Trump Jr., appointed as a strategic advisor for MMA.INC, bringing his media savvy to the fight world. And finally, a somber vigil is being held for the late Charlie Kirk at Colorado State University following his assassination. That's all for today, but don't go anywhere. Make sure you're subscribed to FlickPop for all your breaking news, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update, and let us know in the comments which story you found most shocking. Follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.